What's up, everybody? BDL 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, I'm just one talking head in the sphere, and I don't know nothing. I'm just looking at what I'm reading. Something just popped up in my Facebook like 3 minutes ago about the Atlanta Hawks and their willingness to trade us Kuminga in a sign and trade that has them taking back Vanderbilt and a 2032 first round swap. And my initial reaction and my only reaction is, how the hell we get to a first round swap? Weren't we just talking about second round picks? Now these idiots and up the price on a first round swap. I'm not giving you a first round swap. You can get a first round anyway. I was gonna go somewhere else with it, but yeah, that right there is the type of stuff that irritates me from the outside looking in. Obviously, I don't know the real conversations that are being had behind the scenes. I'm not in there with Rob or know anything about what the Atlanta Hawks are thinking or what was being discussed. But that the price is going up for some reason, or I perceive that a first round swap is worth more than 1 second round pick, is the case, man. I think that the price is going up for some reason. And I'm removing first round anything from this conversation. I'm not giving you no kind of first round swaps. We are talking about second round picks and swapping of bad contracts and contracts of people that are free to leave you without any sign and trade at all. We're trying to unload Jared Vanderbilt, and we're willing to throw in seconds. I don't know about this first round swap nonsense. I'm not interested in swapping shit with the Atlanta Hawks. As a fan, that's my position. I ain't swapping nothing with the Atlanta Hawks. No swaps. You can get picks, second round picks. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to take this Vanderbilt contract, that's what I would be willing to give you. Them upping the price from yesterday or whatever, that's weird to me. I'm not rolling with none of that. So that's what I want to say there. Otherwise, I haven't heard anything new. Of course, stuff is getting finalized. I think Mamu got finalized yesterday. I don't think we spoke about that, so he's official. Of course, Hardy was official, and that trade is official there. I think Utah has agreed with the Lakers. They both are trying to do other things, so they're going to keep that deal open for another however long they decide. Probably another couple days while Utah works its stuff out and we work our stuff out, so we can definitely both agree that it's not time to finalize that deal. So it's good. All of that is good. We'll have Kessler in official capacity when both teams see fit. I think I did see something in regards to Grimes. I think he's official now as well. If I'm not mistaken, I did see them put Grimes out there with a Laker uniform, taking the infamous picture in front of all of the trophies in the Laker office or whatever. So he's finalized. I haven't yet to see Sexton. I don't think I saw anything on Sexton. Not official Laker stuff from Sexton, but maybe he's finalized too. So we're starting to round into function. Everything is starting to round into form. And now we're just trying to get this Kuminga thing going on. But Atlanta seems like they want to, I don't know where they think they're getting this leverage from. I don't know if I'm looking at this the wrong way. And a first round swap is worth less than 2 firsts or 1 second rather. 2 seconds or 1 second. But I don't like when we're talking about second round draft equity. And then all of a sudden now we're talking about first round draft equity. I'm not interested in swapping nothing with the damn Atlanta Hawks. No. I think, giving first round swaps out all willy-nilly, man, you got to be real careful with that stuff. Because what you end up finding out is you could find yourself being the Indiana Pacers. They had the 5th overall pick in this year's draft if they wouldn't have engaged in any nonsensical trade that had them getting back Zubac. Keaton Wagler or somebody like that, that in that range could have been theirs. But they decided to involve swaps and protected first top 4 nonsense, all this stuff that people don't think matters until you find yourself in Indiana situation and you're explaining to your fans why they don't have a pick. So no, swaps are irritating, man. Every year you never know what's coming out. New prospects are popping up left and right. I'm hearing about a new guy that we didn't even know who the hell he was 5 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden he could potentially be the first pick overall next year. Boucher. I don't even know who the hell he was 2 days ago. Now all of a sudden his hype is through the roof. You just don't know what could pop up. You don't know where a guy can come out of nowhere or rise out of nowhere. The guy the Clippers picked up, Keaton Wagler, was somebody who didn't have any buzz to his name to start of last season. He did his thing in the NCAA and ended up the 5th overall pick. You just don't want to toy with stuff that you can't foresee. You will mess around and facilitate the next 5-time MVP to some random team because you was trying to get some random player. No. Be careful with that. Don't be so willy-nilly about first-round picks. Second-round picks, yeah, throw them around everywhere. But first swaps, you don't know who you're facilitating somewhere else. You don't know who the hell you're allowing teams to get, man. The next Shaquille O'Neal may be coming out of the damn draft someday down the road. And you're giving them right to a random team so you could put your third guy on the random team that you're going to probably break up 3 years from now. No. Seconds, I'm fine with. First, let's be a lot more conservative with what we're doing with our first going forward, man. And Atlanta, you know, they're trying to accumulate first from everybody. They're trying to be a fake ass OKC. They're trying to, you know, do that thing while having a win now timeline. And this is how they think they're going to do it. No. You take these seconds and you give me the player that I'm ultimately asking for. You take this horrible contract from me and let's close this damn deal. All this first round swap stuff that you wasn't talking about yesterday, I don't know who gassed you up, making you think that that's something you can ask for today. But the price remains. Nothing's changed in the leverage from where I'm sitting. You should not feel like you have the ability to raise the price on me as the days go forward. That's an unrestricted free agent. I could find somebody else to take Vanderbilt. And because you're playing with me, I might give them first round swap for him. Since you want to do that. So that's my take on Atlanta. I don't play like this. I'm not. This is not my area of expertise, nor is it an area that I think I have a lot of patience or temperament for. I'll be hanging up on people out the strength. They won't never want to communicate with me because I get offended rather quickly in situations like this, especially in high stress situations with people trying to play me. So that's what I know. You know your strengths and weaknesses. I am a talking head. I am definitely not somebody that has a temperament to be making deals behind the scenes in the NBA because I'm going to give people the finger. That's how I'm going to move. So that's how I have to say about that. Oh, and yeah, man, Washington, meanwhile, in the same vein, is doing the same thing with AD. But I think they have the leverage to do it, and I think it makes sense for them. AD is now going to cost the Golden State Warriors multiple firsts, multiple seconds, and multiple first-round swaps if they're going to give Jimmy Butler to the Washington Wizards and take back a 2-year deal of Anthony Davis worth $1,000 trillion, whatever Anthony's making. And that's what it should be. Golden State knows that if they get Anthony Davis, they also get LeBron. Just like the Thunder knew the Clippers getting Paul George would get them Kawhi Leonard and how much that meant to them. We understand that this is attached to Steph Curry's timeline as well, because if you get LeBron and you get AD, now you got Steph Curry in a win-now situation that could actually compete for something, or so you would think they should be able to. If you don't do this thing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, Golden State Warriors look just as trash as they did for the last several years, and it makes less sense for Steph Curry to continue rotting away in their colors. So, and the Washington Wizards understand all of that, and they've put the price tag on it that not represents what Anthony Davis is worth, but what is represented and what they could gain from putting Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Steph Curry together. I agree with that. That's sound leverage understanding. Now, whether or not the Warriors are going to capitulate to that, it's a whole other story. Because if I'm the Warriors, if I'm going to have that package go out, it ain't Anthony Davis I'm bringing back. Okay, let me just be real with y'all. That Anthony Davis ain't worth that to me. Now, is LeBron James Anthony Davis, which could equate to Steph Curry not asking out, be worth all that to me? Yeah, it is. But that ain't the only way I think I can keep Steph Curry from asking out. So that's when I would probably pivot away from the Washington Wizards from that conversation, because that's just a little too steep. Y'all trying to take a little too much of an advantage of my desperation. That's how I would look at it if I were Golden State. Multiple firsts, multiple seconds, multiple first round swaps. Yeah, fam, that's a little bit greedy. but you have the leverage to demand such greed, and Wizards, the Warriors are in a position to be as desperate to maybe do something like that. They believe in this. They believe that Anthony Davis and LeBron James could keep Steph Curry around. That, in my mind, may be a misguided thought. And you may think someone that's engaging in misguided thoughts may not be all that bright. So, yeah, maybe you think you could probably get over on somebody who has a misguided thought if you see it that way. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, that's what the Warriors are going to have to deal with if they want Anthony Davis. And I think LeBron James, at this point, pivoting to him, it's already said that he's only looking at 3 teams any damn way. So the Warriors might not want to pull the trigger on that just off the strength. That may not even land him wrong. He's looking at the Sixers, the Heat, and the Cavs. I think a lot of people expect him to go to the Cavs. If I were a betting man, I'd probably say Cavs. But I'll tell you something that's intriguing for a guy like LeBron James, and that's the ability to win 4 championships or win a championship in 4 different teams. And if he goes to the Heat, he's already won there. You don't get that stat. If he goes to the Cavs, he's already won there. You don't get that stat. If you go to the Sixers and you win there, you get that stat. And so I think that may be weighing pretty heavy on LeBron's head. That's weighing pretty heavy on his head. Because that is a stat that Mike ain't got, that Kobe ain't got, that Wilt ain't got, Magic ain't got, Bird, whoever else you want to throw in the names. They ain't got that stat. And win a championship with 4 different organizations. I think that would be very interesting to a guy like LeBron to add to his resume. I think it's worthy. And going back to Cleveland, I mean, look, you won the championship in Cleveland. You had the unceremonious exit and then followed by the redemption championship. I don't know if I go there and lose. I don't know that doesn't ruin it. Like, you have to win if you go back to Cleveland, because it's like now you messed up the accumulation storyline. So a part of me thinks going back to Cleveland is setting him up for failure, because I don't think they're going to win the championship if he goes there. And he's already had a hot and cold relationship with them any damn way. They probably, if you're looking at things the way I'm looking at it, probably don't deserve, not the fans, but like the ownership, probably don't deserve the final hurrah. They really don't. And going to Miami, I'm not going down there. They have no depth. Roster is broken. Pat Riley's still doing things the wrong way. I'm not going anywhere near that team. But Philly has a young team with a bunch of young gunners, stars that can carry you to regular season wins if LeBron is not out there. Whether he's out there or not, they're still very, very capable of getting through the regular season in the top 3 seed in the East. And with LeBron playing the way he played for us last year, they can win the whole championship. I don't see why they wouldn't be a threat to San Antonio, OKC, and the New York Knicks. I feel like they'd be better than the New York Knicks if they had LeBron or what it is they got right now. Sorry, New York. They just got more talent. And so I've been watching LeBron for 8 years. I know what he's bringing to the table. That's souped up for y'all Eastern Conference people. That's too much. When you consider Jaylen Brown, Maxey, VJ, and JoJo, come on, that's too much. Now you're talking about something that's probably not beatable in the Eastern Conference. So if I'm LeBron, my mind is going back and forth about what I should do. Miami's actually probably not even involved. I wouldn't even take them seriously if I'm being honest. That's not a serious situation. No, their bench is a little too depleted. And they got Giannis, they got Bron, they got Wiggins. That team is trash. Even with LeBron, I don't think they're going to the East. I still think New York knocked them off either way. So I wouldn't even consider going there. Cleveland is interesting, but it's so much pressure to finish the storyline with a championship, and he's already done that. He's already won the Cleveland storyline. If he doesn't go back there, it's a victorious Cleveland experience. You came back, you won it. I wouldn't really toy with that. Because if you come back, crash and burn, it's like, oh, here we go again. Now, LeBron didn't quite, he should have left well enough alone, basically, is what I say in regards to Cleveland. I think he probably should, as I give him more consideration, go to a new team where they need a power forward, where the rest of the roster is Hall of Fame level talent, and just run through the Eastern Conference with that. Run through the Eastern Conference with that. And plus, the Philadelphia 76ers, they so hungry, just like the New York Knicks. They so hungry for not just a championship, but just for a good season. My God, man. They've been through so much ineptitude for so many different eras. LeBron joining the 76ers and getting them to the finals would really be something very, very good for that region. They need that. Just like the Knicks needed this last championship, the Sixers needed opportunity, because it's been misery, like exaggerated misery for that franchise. And he would really be there coming in as a savior, and he really fits. So it probably changes back and forth for LeBron right now, but if I'm him, I'm choosing 76. BDL 44. Now thank y'all for watching.